Well, hi there, Jeff Coughlin, editor Scale Modelling Now. So welcome to this inbox browser where we're going to look at this release from Fantastic Plastic of the Fireball XL5. Iconic, just iconic sci-fi series back in the day. It's 60s, 50s, 60s, certainly very, very early, black and white in the from my earliest memories, which really got me hooked really. And this one's in 1/288 scale, includes decals, 33 pieces, and the launch sled is also included, which is great. I saw this advertised, and not least of which because my friend Keith pointed it out to me and said that this was coming, and so I did some research. And to be honest, I just had to have it. I just had to have a go at this. It's not cheap, but I have to say it does look quite impressive from the initial inspection. So what you have here is a resin kit, predominantly, which you can see here with all the parts molded in resin. So you're going to need super glue to assemble it. That's cyano glue. But looking at the actual molding, it does look impressive. It does look precise and neat here. You can see these kind of ribbed effects here on the main fuselage towards the back end. You've got nicely shaped sort of outrigger sort of fins. And then the fin here, which sits, of course, on the top. Don't worry about the fact that's got a very, very slight bend in it. That will also knock into place and seal quite nicely once it's glued. Whole separate nose section here. I mean, just check this out. This is great, isn't it? Get a sense of the size of it all too. I like the fact that the smaller parts have been molded separately here. Beautifully fine. My goodness me, that's about as fine as it gets. Possibly even 3D printed would be my guess for some of these smaller parts. But they are very, very nicely done indeed. Love this as well. Look at this. Look at this thruster sort of jet exhaust thing at the back here. I mean, again, just check out those little tiny holes all the way around the ring there. Really, really nicely done. So I'm actually excited, genuinely excited about having a crack at this one, which will be great. So it's not going to be a complicated build by the look of it, but you're just going to need to be careful, precise, take your time, and it should come out perfectly well. Here we go, you've got the instruction sheet, which is pretty straightforward. Some tips here for working with resin, which of course is really important, not least of which you need to just wash all the parts with some warm soapy water to start with, just to kind of remove any of the mold release agent for those. And then here we are, very simple steps, 1 through 6, which help with that, and then 7 through 11 on the back. You get overall sort of diagrammatic form and painting guide and decal application guide here, which tells you where everything goes. And this is also quite neat. An outrigger engine painting masks have been given, which is good. So you can use this as a template for creating the masks for spraying the yellow and the red. Vac form canopy over here. I haven't taken out the bag, but it certainly looks clear enough to me, which looks absolutely fine. So that'll be interesting to see how that all fits. We just need to trim that up. So we'll do some videos and stuff when we get to some of the parts here. And then you've got the decal sheet itself, which you can see over here. Got to be honest, there are some elements of this I would spray personally rather than apply the decals. And the blue striping is probably an example of that. But, you know, it's your choice. It's entirely up to you. Probably also the yellow stripes as well on the fin. So if we just come back to the original box art, which you can see over here, you can just see how the colouring is made up on XL5. So you just need to very, very carefully, I think, work with the plans, work with the diagram, and then eventually you should end up with a really nice model. Well worth taking your time over this one. And that's it. That's Fantastic Plastics, Fireball XL5 in 1/288 scale. Mixed media kit, this one.